Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Insight Global, and follow us for more powerful stories that uncover the unseen side of history, politics, and global affairs. This is the White House, and this is Mar-a-Lago. One was constructed to defend the leader of the free world. The other was crafted to dazzle America's wealthiest guests. Yet today, both serve the same man, the President of the United States. As Donald Trump returns to office, the collision between a centuries-old government fortress and a lavish private resort is more than fascinating, it's utterly unprecedented. These two landmarks were built for entirely different purposes. The White House was designed to be both a home and a seat of power, blending domestic life with the heavy demands of leadership. Since the nation's founding, every president has, quite literally, worked from home, so the building had to accommodate both living quarters and the heart of American governance. In its earliest years, everything, the offices, family rooms, and ceremonial halls, was confined within the main mansion. But as the U.S. government expanded into one of the most complex institutions on Earth, so too did the White House. Today, it stands 5 times larger than the original 18th-century design. Among its most significant additions is the West Wing, built during the presidency of Theodore Roosevelt to separate family life from official duties. Inside these walls lie some of the most recognizable rooms in American politics: the Oval Office, the Cabinet Room, and the Situation Room, the nerve center of national security decisions. Opposite the West Wing sits the East Wing, home to the First Lady's office, a private theater, and an emergency air raid shelter. Together, they form an interconnected maze of power, privacy, and symbolism. The exact size of the White House is a matter few can confirm with certainty. However, the New York Times once reported it spans 55,000 square feet, divided across 132 rooms. Inside are 35 bathrooms, 16 guest bedrooms, 412 doors, 147 windows, 28 fireplaces, 8 staircases, and 3 elevators. But not all of it is solemn and serious. There's also a bowling alley, a movie theater, a music room, and even a basketball court added by President Obama. The White House, while fortified, is still a home, a place where presidents can briefly escape the weight of leadership. Mar-a-Lago, however, was built for an entirely different world, a world of extravagance and pleasure. Constructed in the 1920s by Marjorie Merriweather Post, heiress to the Post cereal empire, Mar-a-Lago wasn't a home of duty or diplomacy. It was an emblem of American excess during the golden age of the Roaring Twenties, when Florida became a playground for the ultra-wealthy. Post envisioned her estate as a palace that could rival European grandeur. It features 58 bedrooms, 33 bathrooms with gold-plated fixtures, and an 1,800-square-foot living room crowned by a 42-foot ceiling. Every corner glimmers with gold leaf, Venetian silk, Spanish tiles, and Italian marble. At 110,000 square feet, Mar-a-Lago dwarfs even the White House. When it was completed in 1927, it cost $7 million, equivalent to more than $128 million today. Its opulence is overwhelming. The swimming pool alone stretches 100 feet long and overlooks the Atlantic Ocean, a stark contrast to the White House pool, which quietly faces a row of trees. The estate also boasts 6 tennis courts, a private spa, a beauty salon, croquet lawns, a seaside cabana, and even a 9-hole golf course. When it comes to pure luxury, Mar-a-Lago easily outshines the White House. But where it excels in beauty, it fails in security. Neither Post nor Trump ever designed this place with presidential protection in mind. When Trump faced mounting debts in the 1990s, he turned the property into an exclusive private club, allowing elite members to join, for a price. Initially, the initiation fee stood at $100,000 with $14,000 annual dues. By 2024, those numbers had skyrocketed, with reports suggesting Trump planned to raise the fee from $700,000 to $1 million. The club was a financial success, but for the Secret Service, it was a logistical nightmare. How do you protect a sitting president in a place where wealth grants access? At the White House, security is absolute. Every visitor must apply 21 days in advance, undergo a thorough background check, and pass multiple layers of screening and surveillance. Its steel-reinforced fence, first erected in 1801 under Thomas Jefferson, now stands 11 feet tall, resistant to climbing, ramming, and even explosions. The windows are bulletproof, a fact proven in 2011 when a man fired several rifle rounds at the residence from 750 yards away, and the glass didn't. Hidden throughout the grounds are infrared sensors, motion detectors, and underground and aerial defense systems sensitive enough to detect even a squirrel's movement. Washington, D.C. itself is a permanent no-fly zone, and air traffic near the Capitol follows an exact corridor to avoid surface-to-air missile systems. Rumors even suggest laser-guided countermeasures on the roof, capable of disorienting aircraft and coordinating citywide missile defense in seconds. By contrast, Mar-a-Lago has no such perimeter. Its lavish halls double as event venues. Guests can host weddings, socialize over cocktails, and, occasionally, find themselves steps away from classified documents. During Trump's presidency, the Secret Service often relied on the estate's private security staff to screen guests, a stark downgrade from federal standards. In early 2025 alone, the agency spent nearly $478,000 just to maintain protective operations there. And yet, despite these efforts, serious breaches occurred. In April 2019, a Chinese national carrying malware-laden USB drives gained access to the property during a public event. 5 years later, in September 2024, a gunman armed with an AK-style rifle got within 500 yards of Trump during a golf outing before agents intercepted him. Such incidents would be unthinkable inside the White House perimeter, where even the smallest movement triggers alarms. The contrast couldn't be sharper. The White House runs like a fortress state. Food deliveries, personal belongings, and even chefs' ingredients are tightly controlled. Every process follows protocol. At Mar-a-Lago, the rules bend for comfort. Guests wander freely. Lavish dinners, galas, and charity balls replace state briefings. Conversations that would never happen in the West Wing flow easily over champagne. Even the neighbors of Palm Beach have grown weary. Every time the president arrives, temporary no-fly zones expand 30 nautical miles outward. Flights are rerouted, fighter jets scramble, and local police brace for lockdowns. Each visit disrupts the local economy, and costs taxpayers thousands in security operations. Yet for Trump, Mar-a-Lago remains a symbol of success, his personal palace of power. But security experts agree, it is not, and never will be, a true winter White House. Because there's only one building in America built to protect its commander-in-chief from every conceivable threat, and that is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Mar-a-Lago may glitter with wealth, but the White House is a fortress of democracy, forged through centuries of war, peace, and history. One represents luxury, the other, legacy. Both serve the same man, but only one can truly defend the presidency. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this in-depth look into the world of power, politics, and prestige, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and follow Insight Global for more captivating documentaries every week.